I am going back to bright line eating. In this video, I'm sharing my journey with bright line eating and how you can get started with bright line eating for weight loss as well. And we're starting right now. Welcome back. My name is Crystal and you're watching Plant-Based Joy. If you are on a vegan weight loss journey, you are not alone. We're in this together. Hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you never miss a thing. In January of 2019, I began bright line eating and immediately I dropped like 20 pounds. After I dropped that first 20 pounds, I was able to maintain that weight loss and maintain the bright line eating guidelines. I grabbed an accountability, I didn't grab, but I found an accountability partner and away we went. If you have experience with bright line eating, hit me up in the comments below, share your experience, or simply say hello and let me know that you are here. One question I'm sure that you are asking, like, why did you stop? If you had experienced weight loss, why did you stop with the program? And I'm going to tell you why. I stopped bright line eating because I began to make compromises that I was even afraid to tell my accountability partner about. I was in denial and secretly thinking that, if I have this and it didn't see a change on the scale, then it's no big deal. But it was a big deal. Those types of compromises are not helpful and they keep you in that same cycle that you have been, that, the reason that you're even here in the first place, at least it was for my case. And I also felt shame and guilt and embarrassment. I was supposed to be a role model and I failed. In the back of my mind, I knew like I had to, make these changes, and I kept starting again, and I really wanted to make it work for me. I really appreciated the guidelines. I appreciated the results, the immediate results. As you may know, when you start seeing results, like that's when that momentum builds. Like, oh yeah, it's working. So you become so eager to achieve that next milestone, and it just sets off this positive, sequence of events. When you don't see the changes and you have to, in your mind, keep that consistency, right? That habitual consistency with your eating habits, and you're not seeing the changes, it's really, really tough. So with bright line eating, the results came really quickly for me. And so that was exciting. And I appreciated how my body felt. I appreciated the guidelines that really structured me. Now, bright line eating, which I'll get more into what it is in a moment, but the guidelines are pretty, could be something that is a big no for many. Having strict guidelines sometimes deters people from that type of plan, and others, it really helps because it's something that they need, and that's what it was for me, something that I needed. But anyway, we're talking about why did I stop? So yes, I was feeling guilty and feeling ashamed because I was making compromises and really sabotaging my results. I struggled with my sugar addiction and fell off by convenience. that is a big thing for me. I have since curbed my sugar addiction, but when I stopped bright line eating, when I was, at that fall point, that's one of the big things, because with bright line eating, there is no sugar. And that really was something that I wanted to get rid of, but the addiction was still like controlling me. A few months back, and you may have seen some of my previous videos, but a few months back, I found, the starch solution, and I have been following a few starch solution YouTubers, and I was like, maybe I'll try that. Maybe that's something that I can, have success with as well. And that right there was probably the worst thing that I could possibly do. Now, hold on, before you panic if you are on the starch solution program or are interested in it, don't freak out, because it's, everything is different for everybody. So what works for one person may not work for you. Plus, you don't see all of the ins and outs. I can only share so much, but if you really want to know what it's like to be me and through my weight loss journey, you've got to be me. I can only share as much as I possibly can for you to understand this journey, how it is for me. So with the starch solution, I gained like 30 pounds back, like quick. It was, it sucked. It really, really sucked. I'm not at all blaming the starch solution. I'm not saying that that's, a terrible plan, because it is great. I've seen people succeed eating that way, and that's how I was like excited to try it out. So please, by all means, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's all the starch solution. I'm saying it was me. Like, it just did not fit me at that stage in the game, okay? I realized that I need more structure. I need more structured guidelines when it comes to eating. I also know that my body does well with a little bit of fats. Now, the starch solution, they eliminate all the fats until you reach a certain point, right? Well, the processed fats, like oils and stuff, are gone, but like the avocados and the nuts and the nut butters and the tahini, they suggest that you don't consume those things until you reach a certain point. Now, my body really does well with a little fats. So I noticed that was a big change. Eating the go-to rice and potatoes made me feel gross. It made my stomach ache. I've been plant-based for about 3 years now, and so eating this way wasn't a huge change for me. The starch solution is plant-based and unprocessed foods, but the whole eating a lot of rice and a lot of potatoes, it didn't sit well with me. I couldn't digest it very well. And so that was one thing that threw me off point with the starch solution. I also love to be in the kitchen. And so with the starch solution, it felt as though I was restricted on a lot of different types of meals. Whereas with bright line eating, I could make some modifications and still enjoy like my favorite go-to meals. And so weighing things out, I decided that at this stage in my life, I know that I can't just set out to eat well and eat the whole foods, plant-based, all of that, and think that I'm going to drop the pounds. Like, there needs to be some kind of organization, some kind of guideline for me to reach my weight loss goals. And I know that, like, that's important for me to have some guidelines as to what I'm eating so that I can see and experience the results that I'm after. So that's where I'm at. Bottom line, you really have to know yourself and know what it is that's going to help you get to your goals and what you need. Even if you don't think you need it, you really have to become self-aware, especially on this weight loss journey. So bottom line, you got to find something that's right for you, and bright line eating is it for me. What is bright line eating? Bright line eating, in the most simplest form, there are 4 lines that you follow every single day. Number 1, no sugar. Number 2, no flour. Number 3, all meals are weighted. And number 4, there's no snacking. So you stick to 3 meals a day. How do you get started with bright line eating? The best way is to get the book by Susan Peirce Thompson, and there's a link in the description box below. Susan Peirce Thompson, the author and the creator, I don't know what she calls herself, but she does an incredible job of breaking down your relationship with food, which was a core of my weight gain. Why I like bright line eating? First and foremost, as I mentioned, it provides a higher level of guidance, and I need that. Second, it helps me curb emotional eating. I've talked about this in a previous video. Emotional eating was something that I've really struggled with my entire life. The go-tos were that sugary substances. Even if I eliminated a whole bunch of stuff from my diet, there was still bits that have so much sugar. And I struggle with that. And bright line eating helps to, I don't want to say control, but it helps reframe your relationship with food. So you're no longer, grabbing for things based on emotion. And lastly, the results come quick. And it's not an unhealthy quick. It's just a refreshing quick. Like, wow, this can happen for me. I'm on the right path. That's a really strong reason why I appreciate bright line eating. You know it's working right off the gate, and you know that if you continue and be consistent with it, you will reach your goal. You will gradually get to where you need to be. And from the results that I've read and I've seen, read about, and I've seen, they achieve them quicker. I feel good with bright line eating. I'm satisfied. Like, I don't feel like I'm starving myself. I feel good, fueled, and I look forward to continuing this experience using, do you see my cat back there? Do you see him? Look at him. Whose bed does he think this is? Anyway, Here I am back on Bright Line Eating. I am really excited to be able to share my updates. Actually, I'm just excited to stick to something and feel damn good about it. I'm excited, to move forward with Bright Line Eating, knowing that I've already established consistency curbing that sugar habit, that sugar addiction, and the flour thing is never really an issue. I'm okay not eating like breads and flours and everything with flour in it, but the sugar was the big piece, and everything else I feel really good about. So just gotta keep moving forward, and I hope you are too. That wraps up today's update. It's been a while, so thank you for showing up and being here on my weight loss journey. What do you want to see next? I'll be sure to post updates, but leave me a comment. Let me know if you have a question about Bright Line Eating, if you have a question for me, what you would like to see in an upcoming video, let me know. Thank you for watching, and do your best today.